Hi everybody, this is Coach Allison back with week 5, Defy Aging to review with you. So this week we are back to a typical circuit rotating around the turf. There's 8 exercises. We're going to go through that for 3 rounds, timed a little different each round. Round 1 will be 45 seconds on, 40 seconds off. Round 2 will be 35 seconds on, 35 seconds off. 35 on, 30 off. And round 3 will be like last week, 20 on, 20 off. So that third round is going to run through pretty quick. Okay, and then we do have a team builder at the end. Let's review the 8 exercises. All right, team, the first exercise is a plank slider reach. Going to be using our sliders, haven't used these for a while. A couple of options. So you can do a plank on the toes or the knees. I'll show you the toes first. The sliders are under the hands. You want your hips nice and level, so we're trying to look out for those hips way up high. I like to put my feet wide. That helps with stability and balance. Okay, and we're going to bring one arm forward a little bit and then pull back. It doesn't have to be far. You can start with a small movement. As you feel like you can go farther, go right ahead. If knees are down, it'll be the same movement with the arms. Knees are on the floor. Now, of course, the sliders don't work great on an incline, but that is just fine. So if either of those two options, if you would like a different option, your coach will come up with an incline plank variety for you. All right, our next exercise is a half kneel, low, high chop. Okay, half kneel position, which we do quite often. You're gonna have a weight holding with both hands. Your hands might have to overlap a little bit. We start the weight down at the side with this gap here. So my right knee is down. We start down on the right side. I'm gonna go for a rotation up and around, and I'm gonna let my head and my shoulders follow my hands. So up and around, back down, up and around, back down. You'll feel a lot of balance challenge here. You can take this off the knees if that is irritating to your knees and turn into a staggered stance type of movement. It's really the exact same, only we're up on our feet. The staggered stance, however, is a little more balancy because we're just higher off the ground, smaller points of contact, so that feels a little too unstable. Do a standard parallel stance, and we'll turn it into a low high chop in what we call just a traditional stance. So 3 options to work for everybody. That is our half kneel, low high chop. Next station is a band reverse fly. So you might want a slightly lighter band that you maybe use for things like bicep curls or types of rows, because this movement is a little bit of a weaker movement just in general. You're working in the backs of your shoulders and your upper back, kind of where those shoulder blades squeeze together. So we're going to grip a pretty good distance apart on the band. And we open up wide and release. So your arms are staying mostly straight here. If you're finding that you're having to bend your elbows and then extend, the band might be too heavy, or you might need to widen your grip. So arms are start straight and they should end straight. Think of it like wings opening up. So if you picture wings, they don't have an elbow, so they don't bend, right? Okay, so a couple in a row. You'll notice how I'm sort of pressing my chest out, slightly arching my back, and that's what helps you to get the squeeze back here between the shoulder blades, okay? You want the band to come to your upper chest. If it's falling down here, we're coming a little too low. So I like to start the bands actually at about a 45-degree angle up, and then it helps you to kind of draw down and back. Exhale on the pull. And again, we're not pulling back first and then extending. It's just one nice smooth movement. Takes a little getting used to. Give it a try, and that's our band reverse fly. Next up is a medicine ball thruster. I think we had these a few weeks ago. Grab the medicine ball, keep it at your chest height, and the thruster is pressing it up. So we're gonna do a squat first. So notice how as I'm sinking into my squat, the ball is staying right here. I'm not allowing it to kind of fall down here. Want to keep your chest up like this and not coming forward and down. So you do your squat with the ball and then press up and over the head. Okay, I want to look out for not pressing forward. Make sure we're not going up and forward. We try to bring the ball straight up and over the head. All right, that's our medicine ball thruster. Team, next one is an alternating step up. So the alternating component of this is going to be some coordination. So I'm going to step up, down with my right. Now the last leg to come just down at the last leg to come down is now the first leg to go back up. So I'll do a few in a row so you can just watch. Right up, left up, right up, left up. Again, so whatever foot touches down on the floor, it then goes right back up and that'll create that alternating pattern. Feel free to hold on to weights if you want to for this to make it a little bit harder.
Okay, team, this one is a seated battle rope, seated side to side. It's strange, but it's actually I think it's pretty fun. So you're sitting on your butt, legs out. If you have the flexibility to straighten your legs, that's great. If they need to bend a little, that's fine. You want to keep the feet kind of flexed, however. You want your grip on the ropes to be sort of like a fist. That's different too. Normally we hold them like this. So make two fists, grab at the base of the handle, right? Okay, and we slam it side to side. Gotta go up. Can you see my feet? Gotta go up and over the feet. Okay, we're trying to avoid a lot of movement here. We don't want to be like needing to wiggle and wobble around. So therein lies the challenge with stabilizing. So sit up tall, posture, core tight. So as minimal body movement as possible. Okay, and our option to keep you off the floor, it's going to be a standing side to side. It's really the same idea. You're simply not going over the feet. Still want to grip it like this. Okay, and we're going to go slam left and right. So you do want to get some good height on it. So up and over, and then up and over, but with some speed. So that's our battle rope side to side.
Okay, team. Next one is a mini band abduction pulse. So you want the band around the lower part of the leg. You can rest your head and your hands laying on your side. And legs are going to be straight out. You can have a slight bend in your hips, however. And you want to first create a little tension. So here, there's slack. If I bring it to right about here, there's full tension on the band, but it's very light. And from here, I'm going to kind of just do pulses. So notice how I'm not bringing the foot all the way back down because we don't want to allow that slack in the band at the bottom of each rep. We actually want to keep the tension. So again, pulse it up. Don't let it come down all the way. And yeah. That is our option for that. I'm halfway through the set. You'll switch sides. All you have to do, switch sides quickly, is roll over. You don't have to get up and flip. So you'll roll over so you're facing the other way. That's a quick way to change that one. And of course, an option to keep us off the floor. Going to be very similar. Band around the lower leg still. It'll be a standing lateral lift or an abduction. So same thing, keep a little tension on there. It's kind of more of a pulse. Make sure you're not compensating by leaning and tilting your body. And you can hold on to something for balance if you'd like to on that. All right, and that's our two options for that. Next station will be a little bit of cardio, some jumping. Just forward, X, jump. So start your feet together, and we're going to jump forward wide, and then jump forward narrow. It's kind of hopscotchy, right? Go at whatever speed you need, and as you get more comfortable, you can either add speed or maybe add distance and go very wide. You want to work towards a nice wide jump here. If you're feeling so inclined and you want an added challenge, when you get to the end, try going backwards. That's definitely a progression, not necessary. It's something you can try if you feel ready. And the team builder, of course, all the participants are going to be in a circle. We're going to do some single leg balancing. And I believe all the clubs have these lacrosse balls. If not, we're going to do something, your coach will do something just a little different with you. We're going to balance on one leg. Okay, try not to let this leg that's up be pressing into the balancing leg. We actually want each leg to be separate. Again, you're in a circle with your team, and these lacrosse balls bounce really well, even on the turf, right? So I can't throw the ball to anyone, there's no one here, but you're going to be throwing the ball to a random person, and a random person could at any time throw it back to you. So we're playing a little kind of hot potato. We do want to be bouncing the ball, however. Okay, so we'll do 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds on the other leg.
Okay, team, so that is week 5. I hope you enjoy it, a little bit different. See you back for week 6.